July 23, 2025, 0600 hours local time. The USS Hamilton, a Freedom-class littoral combat ship, maintains standard patrol 15 nautical miles southwest of Baekneung Island. Captain Sarah Chen scans the horizon through binoculars as dawn breaks over the contested waters. The Yellow Sea stretches endlessly, deceptively calm in the morning light. Her crew of 98 sailors has been on station for 12 days, monitoring North Korean coastal activities. The ship's AN/SPY-1 radar sweeps continuously, painting contacts across a 100-mile radius. Sonar technician Rodriguez reports multiple surface contacts bearing north-northeast. 3 vessels, traveling at approximately 25 knots, closing distance. Classification pending, but radar signatures suggest patrol craft. Captain Chen orders the ship to general quarters as tension fills the bridge. The Combat Information Center buzzes with activity as sailors track the approaching vessels. 8 kilometers away, Lieutenant Colonel Kim Jong-soo commands the lead North Korean Taechung-class patrol boat. His vessel bristles with twin 23mm cannons and C-701 anti-ship missiles. 2 sister ships flank his position, maintaining tight formation through choppy seas. Kim receives orders through encrypted communications from Pyongyang Naval Command. The mission parameters are clear. Demonstrate resolve without crossing into direct confrontation. 0630 hours, the North Korean formation reduces speed to 15 knots. USS Hamilton's radar operator detects the course change immediately. Captain Chen studies the tactical display, noting the hostile vessel's aggressive positioning. Her ship's Mark 44 Bushmaster cannon rotates toward the threat axis. The crew's pulse quickens as combat systems power up across all stations. Communications Specialist Park intercepts North Korean radio chatter on military frequencies. Multiple voices speaking in rapid Korean, coordinating maneuvers and weapon status checks. Captain Chen orders her translator to monitor all transmissions closely. The political implications of any miscalculation weigh heavily on every decision. 1,600 miles away in Seoul, intelligence analysts track the developing situation. 0645 hours, Lieutenant Colonel Kim orders his boats into a modified attack formation. The lead vessel maintains course while the flanking boats spread wider. This tactical deployment resembles standard North Korean harassment patterns, documented by U.S. intelligence. Captain Chen recognizes the formation from classified briefings received during pre-deployment training. Her executive officer recommends increasing speed to create distance from the hostile formation. The USS Hamilton accelerates to 32 knots, white wake spreading behind her aluminum hull. Her gas turbine engines roar as the ship cuts through increasingly rough seas. Radar contacts maintain pursuit, now closing at relative speed of 8 knots. Captain Chen contacts 7th Fleet Headquarters via satellite communication link. Admiral Morrison's staff has been monitoring the situation from their command center in Yokosuka. 0700 hours, North Korean boats close to within 6,000 meters. International maritime law permits innocent passage, but these vessels clearly demonstrate hostile intent. Captain Chen orders her crew to battle stations as weapon systems achieve full readiness. The ship's rolling airframe missile system tracks multiple targets simultaneously. Tension reaches critical levels as both sides maintain aggressive postures. Lieutenant Colonel Kim receives updated orders through his secure communication system. Pyongyang authorizes limited demonstration of firepower to test American resolve. His finger hovers over the missile launch authorization switch. Sweat beads on his forehead despite the cool morning air. The weight of potentially triggering international conflict rests on his shoulders. USS Hamilton's electronic warfare suite detects multiple radar locks from the North Korean vessels. Fire control radars paint the American ship with targeting illumination. Captain Chen's tactical officer reports weapons release authority requested from higher command. The crew braces for potential incoming fire as defensive systems prepare countermeasures. Every sailor knows their next actions could determine the ship's survival. 0715 hours, Kim's lead boat launches a single C-701 anti-ship missile. The weapon ignites with brilliant orange flame, accelerating rapidly toward its target. Initial trajectory appears deliberately off target, passing 500 meters ahead of USS Hamilton. Captain Chen watches the missile's vapor trail arc across the gray morning sky. Her crew tracks the weapon's flight path with professional precision, despite racing heartbeats. The missile splashes harmlessly into the sea 1,200 meters beyond the American frigate. Captain Chen immediately orders her communications officer to report the hostile act. Flash message traffic floods encrypted channels as news reaches Pentagon command centers. Lieutenant Colonel Kim observes the splash through powerful optical equipment. His demonstration of North Korean capability has achieved its intended psychological effect. USS Hamilton's crew maintains heightened alert as the tactical situation evolves rapidly. Captain Chen orders her weapons officer to prepare counter-battery fire. The ship's Mark 44 cannon swivels toward the lead North Korean vessel. Range to target, 5,800 meters and closing. Political authorization for return fire remains pending from Washington decision-makers. Radar operator Chen detects additional surface contacts emerging from North Korean territorial waters. 6 more patrol boats traveling at high speed toward the engagement zone. The tactical balance shifts dramatically as overwhelming enemy numbers approach. Captain Chen realizes her single ship faces potential encirclement by hostile forces. Urgent requests for air support stream through military communication networks. 0730 hours, 2 F-16 Fighting Falcons launch from Osan Air Base. The fighters carry full air-to-surface missile loads and advanced targeting pods. Flight time to the Yellow Sea engagement zone, 18 minutes at maximum speed. Captain Chen receives notification of incoming friendly air support. Hope mingles with continued anxiety as the tactical situation remains highly volatile. Lieutenant Colonel Kim watches American aircraft contrails appear on the distant horizon. His formation now faces potential destruction from superior airborne firepower. North Korean coastal defense batteries track the approaching F-16s with surface-to-air missiles. The engagement threatens to escalate beyond naval harassment into full combat. Kim requests permission to withdraw from his increasingly dangerous position. USS Hamilton maintains combat alert while monitoring multiple threat vectors. Captain Chen balances aggressive defensive posture with orders to avoid escalation. Her crew's training and professionalism prevent panic despite extreme stress. The ship's defensive systems remain locked onto priority targets. Every sailor understands their actions could trigger broader regional conflict. 0745 hours, North Korean reinforcements reach the engagement zone. 9 patrol boats now surround USS Hamilton in a loose defensive ring. Captain Chen orders maximum speed as her ship attempts to break the encirclement. The Hamilton's superior technology provides advantages, but numbers favor the enemy. Desperate tactical calculations race through the captain's experienced mind. Kim receives conflicting orders from multiple command authorities in Pyongyang. Political leadership demands continued pressure, while naval commanders urge caution. His boats maintain threatening positions while avoiding direct fire engagement. The delicate balance between demonstration and warfare hangs by gossamer threads. International media begins reporting the developing crisis to worldwide audiences. F-16 fighters arrive overhead, orbiting at 25,000 feet altitude. Their advanced radar systems paint detailed pictures of surface vessel positions. Pilots coordinate with USS Hamilton's Combat Information Center through secure data links. Air support provides psychological leverage while raising escalation stakes. Both sides now face potential losses from expanded military engagement. 0800 hours, Captain Chen receives orders to extract from the engagement zone. Political pressure from Seoul and Washington demands de-escalation without appearance of retreat. Her ship begins gradual withdrawal while maintaining defensive readiness. North Korean boats shadow the movement, maintaining harassment pressure. The tactical dance continues with neither side willing to trigger actual combat. Lieutenant Colonel Kim's formation follows USS Hamilton toward international waters. His orders specify maintaining pressure until the American vessel exits contested areas. The pursuit continues for 47 minutes across increasingly rough seas. Both crews endure extreme stress as weapons remain trained on opposing forces. Professional military discipline prevents accidental discharge that could trigger warfare. 0847 hours, USS Hamilton crosses into clearly international waters. North Korean pursuit vessels halt their advance at the 12-mile territorial limit. Captain Chen orders her crew to maintain battle stations while monitoring potential renewed threats. The immediate crisis passes, but underlying tensions remain dangerously elevated. Both sides claim tactical victory while avoiding strategic disaster. F-16 fighters maintain overhead patrol for additional 2 hours. Their presence ensures North Korean forces cannot renew harassment without facing consequences. Lieutenant Colonel Kim's boats return to territorial waters. Mission technically accomplished. The demonstration of North Korean resolve has been transmitted to international audiences. Military analysts begin assessing implications for regional stability and alliance relationships. USS Hamilton continues patrol duties with heightened awareness of North Korean capabilities. Captain Chen's crew processes the morning's events through mandatory stress debriefings. The ship's combat systems remain at elevated readiness levels. Intelligence reports indicate continued North Korean naval activity near disputed boundaries. The Yellow Sea incident becomes another data point in escalating regional tensions. In Seoul, government officials convene emergency security meetings. South Korean naval forces increase patrol frequency in contested waters. President Yoon's administration faces difficult choices between alliance solidarity and regional stability. Public opinion polls show increasing concern about North Korean military provocations. The incident reinforces arguments for enhanced defensive capabilities and closer U.S. cooperation. Washington policymakers debate appropriate responses to the North Korean provocation. Pentagon analysts recommend increased naval presence, while State Department urges diplomatic engagement. The missile firing near USS Hamilton represents a new escalation threshold. Previous North Korean harassment involved close approaches without weapons discharge. Strategic planners consider various scenarios for responding to future provocations. 0900 hours. International media reports the Yellow Sea incident worldwide. CNN broadcasts live coverage from Seoul with military analysis experts. North Korean state media portrays the event as defensive response to American aggression. Chinese Foreign Ministry calls for restraint from all parties involved. The incident becomes front-page news across major international publications. USS Hamilton's crew continues normal operations despite the morning's traumatic events. Sailors discuss the incident in quiet conversations throughout the ship. Captain Chen commends her crew's professional performance under extreme pressure. The ship's psychological support officer conducts individual counseling sessions. Military life continues with new appreciation for the fragility of regional peace. Lieutenant Colonel Kim's boats return to their home port near Nampo. His crew receives congratulations from senior naval officers for mission accomplishment. Private conversations reveal significant anxiety about potential American retaliation. The successful missile demonstration masks underlying concerns about escalation risks. North Korean naval forces prepare for possible expanded operations. Intelligence analysts from multiple nations study the engagement's tactical details. Satellite imagery reveals precise positions and movements of all vessels involved. Electronic intercepts provide insights into both sides' communication procedures. The data becomes crucial for understanding future confrontation possibilities. Military planners incorporate lessons learned into updated operational doctrines. Regional allies increase their naval cooperation following the Yellow Sea incident. Japanese maritime self-defense forces enhance coordination with U.S. 7th Fleet. Australian naval vessels adjust patrol schedules in support of alliance operations. The incident demonstrates North Korean willingness to risk military confrontation. International maritime traffic begins avoiding contested areas pending situation resolution. 0930 hours. USS Hamilton receives orders to continue standard patrol operations. The crew maintains heightened vigilance while performing routine maintenance tasks. Captain Chen reviews after-action reports with her senior officers. The ship's radar continues sweeping for potential threats on all bearings. Normal naval operations resume with new understanding of regional threat levels. 3 hours after the incident, North Korean patrol boats return to harassment positions. Lieutenant Colonel Kim's formation resumes monitoring activities near territorial boundaries. His orders specify maintaining pressure without crossing escalation thresholds. The psychological impact of the morning's events continues affecting both crews. Sustained tension becomes the new normal for Yellow Sea operations. South Korean naval vessels increase their patrol frequency near disputed waters. ROK Navy destroyers coordinate closely with U.S. forces operating in the region. Admiral Park orders his fleet to demonstrate resolve through visible presence operations. The alliance response aims to deter further North Korean provocations. Regional naval balance shifts as multiple nations increase their operational tempo. The USS Hamilton's missile defense systems remain at elevated readiness levels. Captain Chen authorizes extended watch schedules to maintain crew alertness. Her ship's combat systems require constant monitoring in the enhanced threat environment. The crew adapts to new operational procedures based on morning lessons learned. Professional military training enables continued mission execution despite increased stress. International diplomatic channels activate to address the Yellow Sea confrontation. UN Security Council members discuss appropriate responses to the North Korean provocation. Chinese representatives urge restraint while defending North Korean sovereignty claims. Russian diplomats support calls for de-escalation without condemning Pyongyang's actions. The incident exposes fundamental disagreements about regional maritime boundaries. Lieutenant Colonel Kim files detailed after-action reports with North Korean Naval Command. His analysis includes tactical assessments of American defensive capabilities and crew responses. Intelligence officers debrief his crew about observed U.S. weapon systems and procedures. The data contributes to updated threat assessments for future confrontation scenarios. North Korean military planners incorporate lessons learned into operational doctrine revisions. 1000 hours. Additional U.S. naval assets begin deploying toward the Yellow Sea. The destroyer USS Michael Murphy receives orders to proceed at maximum speed. Air Force tanker aircraft prepare to support extended fighter operations over contested waters. Military reinforcement signals American determination to maintain freedom of navigation. The crisis response demonstrates alliance commitment while avoiding escalation triggers. Captain Chen's crew processes the psychological impact of facing potential combat. Sailors discuss their fears and adrenaline responses during mandatory counseling sessions. The ship's chaplain conducts stress management workshops for affected personnel. Combat veterans share their experiences to help younger crew members cope. Military psychology becomes crucial for maintaining operational effectiveness under sustained pressure. Regional stock markets react negatively to news of the Yellow Sea confrontation. South Korean won weakens against major currencies as investors seek safer assets. Japanese shipping companies delay cargo vessel transits through contested areas. Economic implications compound political pressure for diplomatic crisis resolution. The incident's financial impact extends far beyond immediate military considerations. North Korean propaganda broadcasts claim victory over American imperial aggression. State media portrays Lieutenant Colonel Kim as a national hero defending territorial sovereignty. Pyongyang's narrative emphasizes successful deterrence of U.S. military intimidation. Internal messaging aims to boost domestic support while projecting strength internationally. The propaganda campaign obscures the incident's destabilizing regional implications. USS Hamilton continues its patrol mission while maintaining enhanced defensive posture. Captain Chen receives intelligence updates about potential North Korean follow-up operations. Her crew remains at elevated readiness levels pending assessment of ongoing threats. The ship's mission continues despite fundamental changes in operational environment. Professional naval service adapts to new realities of regional confrontation. Military analysts worldwide study the Yellow Sea incident for strategic insights. The confrontation reveals North Korean willingness to risk direct military engagement. U.S. response patterns provide data about American escalation management procedures. Both sides' restraint prevents immediate warfare while failing to resolve underlying tensions. The incident becomes a case study in crisis management and military diplomacy. The morning's events transform Yellow Sea operations for all military forces. Increased vigilance becomes standard procedure for vessels operating in contested waters. Navigation safety requires constant awareness of potential military harassment. International maritime commerce adapts to elevated regional security threats. The new normal includes sustained military tension without active hostilities. Captain Chen's leadership during the crisis earns recognition from 7th Fleet Command. Her crew's professional performance under extreme pressure validates intensive training programs. The USS Hamilton's successful navigation of the confrontation becomes a model for future operations. Military education incorporates lessons learned into officer development curricula. The incident demonstrates the importance of crew training and equipment readiness. As the sun reaches its zenith over the Yellow Sea, both sides maintain their positions. North Korean patrol boats continue monitoring activities near territorial boundaries. USS Hamilton proceeds with standard operations while ready for potential renewed confrontation. The morning's missile firing has established new parameters for regional military engagement. Neither side achieved decisive advantage, but both demonstrated resolve to defend their interests. The Yellow Sea incident of July 23, 2025, concludes without victor. Regional tensions remain elevated as military forces adapt to new confrontation realities. Future operations will carry the memory of this morning's dangerous escalation. The fragile balance between deterrence and warfare continues to define Northeast Asian security. Professional military service prevents disaster while failing to resolve fundamental political conflicts.